Hi, it's Casey Truffo, and I'm glad you decided to join me with another video. This one is how to get speaking engagements. In the last video, we talked about how your community wants to connect with you face-to-face and why speaking engagements are so efficient and effective to bring you clients. In this video, we're going to give you a 3-step short course that will show you how to get those speaking engagements. Let's get started. But before we do that, I really want to thank all of you that spent some time giving me some blog comments. I read each and every one of those, and I'm really touched with all of the kind words that you said, and I'm really excited to see that you too want to get back out into the community, and you see that building your practice with speaking engagements is a great way to do it right now when the community is hungering for connection with you. So please keep those comments coming in. They really mean a lot to me. The first thing you really need to look at is your theme. What is the big idea that you're wanting to present? Who needs to hear that? And then what are you going to call it? Now that may seem simple, and some people just go directly to, I want to go to the Rotary Club and talk. But if your theme is about, how to get your children to stop having tantrums, then the Rotary Club, which has a lot of older people, may not be your ideal match. So first of all, before you try to get the speaking engagement, step back and look at what is the big idea, who needs to hear that, and come up with some talk titles on what you're going to call it. Now, you don't need at this point to have the talk laid out. All you need are 2 talk titles. Make them kind of fun, fresh, and unique, and have some bullet items or maybe a description of what it is that they're going to get out of the talk. Now that you know who might be interested in your big idea, it's time to find some groups that might be interested in having you come in as a speaker. When we're looking for places to speak, a lot of times we'll think of the usual places. The places of worship, our churches or synagogues, going to schools, perhaps speaking to the PTA. One of the things that I think is a really good idea is perhaps look for adult education classes that might need a speaker to come in as well. And then beyond that, let's think further. Let's do a talk at your fitness center. You could even host your own if you want. 3 types of groups. One type of group is a networking meeting, often a business networking meeting where people come together to make referrals to one another. Another type of group is based on community service, such as the Lions Club or the Rotary or the Sir Optimist. And then there's a third type of group whose members are bound together or united around some type of interest or occupation, such as moms, divorced and widowed, singles groups, caregivers. So as part of step 1 in our short course here, it's to find those groups that best fit with your big idea and who you want to present to. So how are you going to do that? One way you can do is look in the papers. Now I recommend that you look in your local paper, that comes out 7 days a week, and look in the calendar section. I recommend that you do this every single day because some of the events will only be on Thursdays, or some of the organizations may only advertise theirs on Saturdays. So cover to cover all the calendar sections and write down any notice that you see of a potential group that might fit with your big idea and your demographic and who needs to hear what you have to say. Okay, step number 2 in our short course here. Once you have a list of organizations that you might want to contact, then you're going to want to connect with the program director. You can connect with the program director in several ways. One is by phone, one is by going to the meeting, or one is by written communication, either email or a letter. Now, step 3 in our short course. And that is the most important one. A lot of people say, I didn't get speaking engagements. I tried what you said, Casey, but I didn't get speaking engagements. And it's usually because they didn't do step number 3, and that is follow up. And let me explain what I mean here. Let's take a breath. I do tend to talk fast. We're going to take a breath, and I want you to imagine being the program director. It's a volunteer position at a volunteer organization. You're an overburdened, overworked person. Don't take it personally if they don't get back to you right away, and make sure you have a plan to follow up. That will separate you from all of the other people who just sent in a letter and never heard back. So let's review what we talked about in this video today. It's what's your big idea that you want to talk about? Who needs to hear that? And what are you going to call it? Make it fun, fresh, and unique. And then we had our 3-step short course here on how to get speaking engagements. So the first thing that you're going to do is find a group that fits with your big idea. Second, you're going to contact the program director. And then third, you're going to follow up with the program director. I look forward to hearing about you and your speaking engagements and how you're building your practice with speaking. But please let me know what you thought of this video by leaving me a comment in the box below or shooting us an email. Talking about something, okay? Then when I talked about, and that is looking at what is the theme that you're wanting. Are my bra straps showing?